Hello and welcome to Amiibo Historian, where today we will be discussing every single Switch game with Amiibo support. As of right now, that currently boasts a total of 63 games, including a few game collections from earlier years of Amiibo, and The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which hasn't been released as of posting this video. So let's go ahead and get started. The Nintendo Switch released alongside The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and the associated Amiibo now had a red logo instead of the old white one. This release brought us Rider Link, Breath of the Wild Zelda, Bokoblin, Guardian, and Archer Link. The Guardian's arms are posable, which is fairly unique and makes it worth the price increase compared to the other Amiibo. As for Breath of the Wild, there was a fair amount of functionality. Wolf Link unlocks Wolf Link as a partner, and single-handedly has the best functionality by retaining the number of hearts you had if it was tapped into Twilight Princess HD and you beat the Cave of Shadows. Link or Twilight Princess Link unlock opponent as a rideable horse. All Zelda series amiibo, except for Young Link and Link's Awakening Link, will unlock exclusive gear, and any other amiibo will give you useful items to keep you going on your journey. To go alongside the Breath of the Wild DLC, Nintendo released the Champions as amiibo. Ubroza, Rivale, Mipha, and Duroc all would give you exclusive clothing items. The combination of their outfits and the DLC unlocks did basically make it impossible to have every wearable item in your in-game inventory, unfortunately. Shovel Knight got a release for the Switch as well, giving the same functionality of the Wii U and 3DS versions, unlocking Shovel Knight and Challenge Mode challenges. Custom Knight was a different way to unlock upgrades. The Switch's second major release, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, had the same functionality as Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, with the addition of Splatoon getting an additional outfit. The rest of the amiibo were Bowser, Captain Falcon, Donkey Kong, Fox, Kirby, Link, Luigi, Mario, Mega Man, Olimar, Pac-Man, Peach, Rosalina, Samus, Sonic, Toad, Villager, Wario, and Yoshi. The costumes for Kirby, Villager, and Olimar can be unlocked with any amiibo in their series. With the release of the 6th wave of the Booster Course Pass, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was given a new amiibo locked Mii costume, Daisy. The Splatoon series is basically iconic for receiving Amiibo 3-packs or Idol 2-packs, and the launch of Splatoon 2 is no exception. The main Inklings from the box got Amiibo as well as a new Squid Amiibo with a much cooler pose. All 3 unlocked outfits that were exclusive to the Amiibo, as well as the Splatoon 1 Amiibo all had Amiibo outfits, with the old 3-pack bringing their unlocks from the first game, and the Squid Sisters unlocking the story mode outfits as main game gear. Marina and Pearl could be used to unlock their outfits from the DLC, and would actually change into those outfits if you took photos with them, including when you went on stage with them during Splatfest. A month after their international counterparts, the Octoling 3-pack released with Octoling Girl, Octoling Boy, and Octopus. As with the previous Splatoon releases, these gave gear as you won battles. If there was a chance for Ubisoft to get an amiibo, this would have been it. Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle launched with Rabbids figures roughly the same size as amiibo, but for some reason Ubisoft decided against using the brand. Instead, they allowed you to tap Mario, Peach, Yoshi, and Luigi to get exclusive weapons for the characters and their Rabbid counterparts. The Switch version of Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack has the same functionality of the Shovel Knight fight built into Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. The Switch launch year had a fair amount of Wii U games, and due to that we got Pokken Tournament DX. This time around, the Shadow Mewtwo amiibo card was not packed in, due to Shadow Mewtwo being unlocked from the get-go. You can still tap up to 5 amiibo per day to get a random title, customization, or gold, and as with the Wii U version, you can only get these titles and customizations through tapping an amiibo. In my 2020 video on amiibo games, Konga Master Party was very much a surprise, as Nintendo Europe was the only one that mentioned it. You can unlock 12 costumes by tapping amiibo. Fire Emblem Warriors was just a spin-off game using the gameplay of Dynasty Warriors. This game was released on the Switch and new 3DS systems alongside 2 new amiibo for the Fire Emblem line, Chrom and Tiki from Fire Emblem Awakening. Tapping these 2 in rewarded you with their weapons. All other Fire Emblem amiibo could be tapped in daily for a regular weapon. Super Mario Odyssey was given what could be considered a sub-series of the Super Mario Bros. Amiibo line, as the bases are the same as the other Mario amiibo, but are considered as Super Mario Odyssey amiibo. Mario, Peach, and Bowser were given their wedding outfits from the game. Weirdly though, they weren't exactly needed as their functionality could be replicated by their other versions. Peach would give you 3 hearts, Bowser would find purple coins, and Mario would give invincibility. Enter the Delicious Amiibo, Nintendo's first, and as of the writing of this, only cereal amiibo. This was produced by Kellogg's in collaboration with Nintendo a few months after Super Mario Odyssey released, and would even be recognized as a unique amiibo when tapped into Odyssey under the name Delicious Amiibo. Mr. Todd Howard himself released Skyrim for Switch with exclusive Legend of Zelda gear. This gear could be gained through the Zelda series amiibo, which would summon a loot chest. Other amiibo will give you a loot chest to help with your journey. As is typical in third-party games, this can only be done once per day per amiibo. Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 were both given amiibo functionality in the form of obtaining ammo or points. However, if you use a Capcom series amiibo, such as Mega Man or the Japan exclusive Monster Hunter Stories amiibo, then you could get better items and a lot of points. The Witch is back with Bayonetta 2's release on Switch. You can tap any amiibo and unlock regular items like halos that you can collect in levels. Cool. However, if you want costumes, you can tap in any of the following: Fox, and then any version of Link, Peach, Daisy, and Samus. These can be modified by tapping in the Bayonetta Player 2 amiibo. Both Bayonetta and Bayonetta Player 2 will unlock costumes from their version of Super Mirror. For those of you that haven't played, the Super Mirror is a costume wheel that unlocks after beating the game on at least normal difficulty, with some costumes being unlocked on higher difficulties. The Kirby series has got to be one of the biggest lovers of amiibo, and that continues with Kirby Star Allies. Tapping a Kirby series amiibo and QB will give you 2 picture pieces, a Maximum Tomato, and 2 point stars. All other amiibo will give you 1 picture piece, 1 healing item, and 2 point stars. This is once per stage. Continuing with the Wii U remakes Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition released on Switch with more amiibo functionality. All Zelda series amiibo released prior to Breath of the Wild will give you weapons rated 3 stars or higher. All other amiibo will give gear and weapons rated 3 stars or lower, rupees, and crafting material. This is another game with 5 amiibo per day. Bandai Namco published Little Nightmares Complete Edition and allowed the use of the Pac-Man amiibo, which would unlock the Paku mask. Give it up for Capcom. They followed Pokemon's example of releasing 2 versions of the game, but even more painfully with the dual release of Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2. 2 separate games with basically the same functionality. Like the 3DS version, tapping in Mega Man gets you 11 exclusive challenges designed by fans, and Collection 1 and Collection 2 gets you new platforming challenges. The next major Wii U remake release was Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, one of my personal favorite games from the Wii U. The ability to play hide and seek with Pixel Toad was actually in the base game instead of being locked behind the Toad amiibo this time, so instead you could tap Toad to get an invincibility mushroom. And then the Mario Odyssey versions of Mario, Peach, and Bowser would unlock the bonus Odyssey levels early. The release of Mega Man 11 for Switch rewarded GameStop with an exclusive collector's edition that featured an amiibo for Mega Man's new design. At least, if he had done something cool, it would have made up for the $30 price increase, but he acts just like the Smash and Gold Mega Man amiibo, where he gives you a 1-up or an energy tank. Let's celebrate the release of Super Mario Party by having all the Super Mario amiibo unlock character-specific shiny stickers. All other amiibo will give you party points to help unlock background music and other extras. Praise the Sun! GameStop had another exclusive Solaire of Historia from Dark Souls. Unfortunately, Solaire only allows you to perform the Praise the Sun emote early, which made the amount of difficulty in securing him that much worse. The Loot Goblin amiibo was released roughly a month after the launch of Diablo 3 on Switch, and it is quite different. The figure mold is from the Diablo Cute but Deadly figure series. The base is oval with only this red coloring. Oh, and did I mention that this was yet another GameStop exclusive? Functionality wise, it unlocks the Vault once a day, so you can go and fight in there. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate released, and with it the 11th wave of Smash amiibo, Inkling, Ridley, and Wolf. They could be used exactly the same as the previous Smash Bros. Amiibo in that you got to fight and train them by tapping them in. You could also tap in non-Smash amiibo to unlock their related spirits or even their content early, like with Timmy and Tommy. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate updated to version 3.1 with the new feature, Amiibo Journey. This mode would allow you to automatically train an amiibo against other amiibo online. This is a game that I feel, even when including the developers, I'm the only one that acknowledges the amiibo support or even the fact that it exists. Build-A-Bridge is a mobile game being sold for $15 on the Switch eShop that includes 80 regular levels, and if you play them all on the same day, each will require you to use a different amiibo in order to unlock hat to put on the vehicle in that level. But that's not all. There are 5 bonus stages that have to be unlocked using amiibo, each level allowing you to build a bridge from Mario's standard cart from Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8. The once per day lock is insanely annoying when you have to tap every amiibo per level, as the levels don't last more than a few minutes max each. March 29th. Much like with Woolly World, Nintendo allowed Good Feel to develop Yoshi's Crafted World, and they absolutely knocked the amiibo costumes out of the park. You can use Bowser, Green Yarn Yoshi, Koopa Troopa, Blue Yarn Yoshi, Luigi, Mario, Peach, Pink Yarn Yoshi, Poochie, Toad, and regular Yoshi to unlock the armor costume for that specific character, or you can use one of my favorite costumes by tapping in any other amiibo to get the Amiibo Box costume. Konami officially entered the business of licensing the Amiibo brand to help sell their Switch games with the release of 6 Amiibo cards for Powerful Pro Baseball. With the exception of Power Pro, each card was exclusive to at least one retailer. All 6 cards allow you to receive in-game items and power-ups and save items to your card after playing with friends, but it is a limit of 5 per day. Fire Emblem Three Houses allows you to unlock 11 songs by tapping every Fire Emblem amiibo that was released at this time. After doing so, these amiibo will give you higher quality items and materials. Other amiibo will give you random items and random materials. It's not often that the Switch basically gets the same functionality as the 3DS game, but Super Kirby Clash got the exact same amiibo support as Team Kirby Clash Deluxe. That being, you get 20 fragments from the Kirby Series amiibo and QB, or 10 fragments from the Smash versions of the Kirby amiibo, or 5 from any other amiibo. The cutest little Link amiibo released with Link's Awakening Remake on Switch. This amiibo will unlock the Shadow Link for custom dungeons, and using 5 other Zelda series amiibo will grant you access to the Great Fairy, the Moblin Chief, the Winged Item, the Armos Knight, and the Ball and Chain Trooper Chambers. All Zelda series amiibo will let you save your chamber dungeon to share with your friends. Shovel Knight fans rejoice as Shovel Knight, Treasure Trove, and the Promised amiibo were finally released. Spectre Knight, King Knight, and Plague Knight released as a 3-pack, and then as a bonus, Shovel Knight was restocked as a Gold Edition amiibo. That is officially what was said by Yacht Club Games, as the blue version would not be restocked because the gold version was now available. Much like Gold Smash Mega Man, this amiibo had the exact same functionality as his blue counterpart. As for the amiibo, they can be tapped into the 3DS, Wii U, and Switch versions of Shovel Knight to unlock new costumes and more challenges. In Shovel Knight Showdown, all 4 amiibo will unlock special costumes. In Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, the Shovel Knight amiibo unlock challenge stages, customizable gear, summon a Fairy of Chivalry to keep you company, and unlock a special costume for your character. Yacht Club Games partnered with Berserk Studios to release a Shovel Knight DLC for Just Shapes and Beats on December 4th, but who needs to unlock the character songs normally when 6 days later you were able to unlock songs by tapping in their amiibo. Blue and Gold Shovel Knight unlock Strike the Earth, Plague Knight gives Flowers of Antimony, Spectre Knight gives La Danse Macabre, King Knight gives In the Halls of the Usurper. All other amiibo give 100 beat points per day with a max of 5 amiibo per day. Animal Crossing New Horizons released with the same functionality as Animal Crossing New Leaf's Welcome Amiibo update, in which you could have villagers move into your town. And you could go to Harv's Island to take photos with any of the cards. The only downgrade here was that you weren't able to have villagers sell you items, as they all start in your campsite and not a unique RV. However, by tapping in an amiibo, you were able to obtain their poster from the shipping catalog. And right at launch, if you had the Sanrio cards from their 2016 release, you could use them to get the art cards as posters, as the 6 Sanrio characters were not in the game. As part of the 1-year anniversary of Animal Crossing New Horizons, Nintendo finally released the Animal Crossing X Sanrio cards in North America. Not only that, but their cards finally allow their villagers to come to your island. That is, of course, if you were able to obtain them from Target at launch. With the popularity of New Horizons, Nintendo decided to release the Animal Crossing Series 5 amiibo cards. This of course coincided with the release date of the DLC, Happy Home Paradise, which allowed you to tap in all 509 amiibo cards for Animal Crossing and build homes for them, just like in Happy Home Designer. This update also added the 48 characters as options to obtain their character posters, assuming they didn't already have one in the game. On the short list of indie games that have amiibo support, Megabyte Punch is certainly one of them. This game has amiibo costumes. Unbeknownst to most of the amiibo community, the 2020 version of Power Pro Baseball utilized amiibo functionality. Tapping in compatible amiibo will give you in-game items. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity was announced and released shortly after I made a video about all the games that had amiibo functionality on Switch. It was the last game in 2020 to have amiibo functionality, and it kind of just uses the same functionality. The Legend of Zelda series amiibo will drop specific materials or weapons for characters so long as you have them unlocked. Bokoblin, Wolflink, and Link will give gear for Link, and then all other Zelda series amiibo will give gear for their character, with Sheik being related to Zelda. Any other amiibo or Zelda characters that you haven't unlocked will give you random low-level gear and materials. The King of Crossovers continues his reign in Cyber Shadow for Nintendo Switch. Tapping in a Shovel Knight series amiibo unlocks a fairy companion and a color palette matching the character. As is typical with the recolored amiibo, Gold and Blue Shovel Knight both count as Blue Shovel Knight. Did you ever want to hold popcorn ceiling in your hands? Well, Nintendo has made that possible with the release of Cat Mario and Cat Peach. These were released alongside Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and do have some functionality with the game. Cat Mario will give you an invincibility bell to turn you into a white cat, and Cat Peach will summon a random power-up. Smash Bowser and Bowser Jr. also got a restock for this game, with any Bowser amiibo allowing you to activate Fury Bowser and Bowser's Fury. Bowser Jr. can be tapped to unleash a powerful shockwave to knock out nearby enemies and blocks in Bowser's Fury. All other amiibo give 1-up mushrooms in the main game, or a super mushroom in Bowser's Fury. Monster Hunter Rise featured the first Monster Hunter amiibo to arrive stateside: Palamut, Magnamalo, and Palico. All three of these were exclusive to GameStop, at least for their solo releases. There was also a collector's edition of Rise that contained Magnamalo. For Monster Hunter Rise, the Magnamalo, Palamut, and Palico amiibo give special layered armor and allow you to enter a daily lottery for a variety of useful items. The Monster Hunter Stories 2 amiibo give a bunch of stickers. All other amiibo give a random item. As a 3DS remake for Nintendo Switch, Miitopia brought over a fair amount of amiibo locked content. You could obtain character costumes by tapping Bowser, Callie, Daisy, DK, Ganondorf, Inkling Boy, Inkling Girl, Inkling Squid, Isabelle, KK Slider, Kirby, Link, Luigi, Mary, Mario, Ness, Peach, Rossetti, Rosalina, Samus, Sheik, Toad, Tom Nook, Yoshi, Zelda, Zero Suit Samus. All other amiibo figures give you tickets for playing minigames. If you tap in an amiibo card, power band, or cereal box, you'll get a message confirming the amiibo researcher only cares about the figures. Monster Hunter Stories 2 released, giving us Ina, Roswing Rotha, and Sykkuno as exclusive amiibo to GameStop. This game also had a collector's edition that featured Roswing Rotha, but this wasn't exclusive. Ina, Roswing, and Sykkuno unlock special armor. Sykkuno reads your fortune and lets you receive a random item. The Monster Hunter Stories amiibo will give you a specific rider outfit, and also let Sykkuno read your fortune and receive a random item. The Monster Hunter Rise amiibo will give you a hunter sticker set and allow you to get your fortune read. All other amiibo give you a random item. Nintendo finally released an easy button. The Zelda and Loftwing amiibo was a bit pricey at $25 compared to the Switch amiibo's standard price, but the quality was extremely high on it, so that balanced out a bit. This was released alongside Skyward Sword HD, and tapping the amiibo will give you the ability to quick travel between Skylift and the surface regardless of your location, including dungeons. Konami's second set of amiibo cards released for Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel Strongest Battle Royale, and it honestly went the opposite of the baseball cards. These 7 cards were quote-unquote in blind packs, tied to purchases of the game, but it very much feels like they were just handed out en masse, as it was very easy to obtain them if you just waited a few days for international shops like Baggy. Weirdly enough, I don't think Nintendo's ever proven that they know how to release actual stock other than by ensuring the Metroid Dread 2-pack was insanely overstocked compared to the Metroid Samus Returns 2-pack from 2017. Samus and Emmy also didn't lock anything insane behind their functionality. However, it was still fairly beneficial to have both amiibo. The Dread version of Samus permanently increases health by 100, Emmy permanently increases missile capacity by 10, the other Samus amiibo restore a random amount of health per day, and the Metroid series enemy amiibo will give you a random amount of missiles once per day. In Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, all Shovel Knight series amiibo summon a fairy friend based on the character tapped in. Another Kirby game with functionality for the Hell Labs amiibo, Kirby and the Forgotten Land continues the tradition of Kirby series amiibo and QB being given slightly better stuff than other amiibo by giving star coins and a boost item. All other amiibo receive star coins and a health recovery item. Another Konami game that slipped through the cracks was Power Pro Baseball 2022. Much like the 2020 version, this game will give you in-game items for tapping compatible amiibo. As with every Nintendo series that was made into a Dynasty Warrior game, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Houses allowed you to receive better quality resources, weapons, and equipment by tapping in Fire Emblem series amiibo, and then just regular versions of those by tapping other amiibo. Oh look, another Monster Hunter release with amiibo. You know what that means? Palamute Canine, Malzeno X, and Palico Feline were added to the roster of GameStop exclusives, at least for their solo releases. Malzeno X could also be bought in the collector's edition of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which was not exclusive to GameStop. All three amiibo give special amiibo locked costumes and will allow you to enter the daily lottery. This is, of course, on top of the other functionality from the other amiibo from the previous year. Nintendo gave content for an amiibo they didn't restock. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 allowed you to tap in Shulk and obtain the Monado as a weapon skin for the Sword Fighter class, assuming you had him from February 2015 or one of his small restocks since then, one of which was fall 2015. Other amiibo will give you helpful items in-game. Mithra and Pyra were released with functionality unlocking both of their weapons. Noah and Mia released and were immediately given functionality of 4 clothing items each for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Splatoon 3 launched alongside the restock of the Squid Sisters and the original Splatoon 3 pack. Splatoon 3 got most of the same functionality as Splatoon 2. All Splatoon amiibo will unlock exclusive gear, but now with more options for clothing from Pearl and Octoling Girl, so that you could have a bit more gendered clothing if you wanted. You can also take photos with all the amiibo using the new photo mode, however you were no longer able to obtain a song for doing enough battles after befriending the amiibo. We got Yellow Inkling Girl, Blue Octoling Boy, and Small Fry corresponding with the Pokemon Starter Splatfest. Much like the other Splatoon amiibo, these 3 give you costumes to use in-game and can have photos taken with them wherever you are. The release of Fire Emblem Engage, which had different functionality from the previous Fire Emblem amiibo support. This time around, you could unlock 12 costumes using the 13 Fire Emblem amiibo, though which one you tapped in didn't matter. Only up to 5 amiibo per day could be scanned, all other amiibo will just give helpful items. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe released with amiibo functionality that allowed you to tap in Kirby Series amiibo to get 2 stars, a power-up, and a maximum tomato, or tap in any other amiibo and get 2 stars, a large star, and a food item. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Link amiibo released. The unique gliders could be unlocked by using almost any Zelda series amiibo, the exception being Wolflink from Twilight Princess HD, as Wolflink only spawns in piles of meat. The Smash Twilight Princess Link, as in the one from 2014, will spawn in Epona unless she is your active force. The Link amiibo from the following games share a paraglider: Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, and Wind Waker. An update for Shovel Knight Dig was released that incorporated amiibo functionality to bring some fairy friends to aid in your quest. Monster Hunter Stories released on Switch and thankfully kept the amiibo functionality from the 3DS version. It also had new functionality for the Monster Hunter Stories 2 amiibo. The Rise and Sunbreak amiibo only give consumables rather than proper new content, but that's okay because they didn't restock any of the amiibo anyways, so it's fine. But yeah, the 6 Monster Hunter Stories amiibo still give their various monsters as eggs. Another biannual release for Power Pro Baseball was revealed to have another round of in-game items by tapping in compatible amiibo. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is currently the last game with amiibo functionality as of making this video, and it very much follows the functionality from Breath of the Wild. Tapping in any Zelda series amiibo or their Smash counterparts can unlock costumes early, as well as give you useful items. Any other amiibo will give you useful items. Thanks so much for watching. I've been waiting a long time to do an updated amiibo on Switch video, and with the Switch's successor being officially talked about by Nintendo, I figured it was time I posted this so that people still had time to use the amiibo with these games rather than a lot of them being completely forgotten about. If you enjoyed this, then make sure to subscribe and check out my secondary channel, Stormwind Adventures, where I do similar content for the interactives around the Orlando theme parks. Also let me know which of these was your favorite game, or if you discovered games that you weren't aware had amiibo functionality. Thanks again, and I'll see you real soon. Bye!